Alright, what's up, guys? So, for this video, I have to, talk about something that really a lot of people should already know and what needs to be said. Obviously, with the whole, crappy offseason the Cardinals are having, it's not as bad as it can be. And, this is like, we're not doing anything, but at the same time, we're still kind of being helped in a way. And I'm going to explain, what that means basically. We're not the only team that's falling apart. Obviously the AFC is getting way tougher. The NFC is getting weaker. As you guys know, Matt Ryan got traded to Indianapolis today. Carson Wentz was brought to the NFC as well. So there's a lot of weakness going on in the same conference as us. And especially our division, too. Our division's getting way, way, way weaker. And that's kind of saving our chances at winning the division despite all the key guys that we've missed. And, even though our GM's not making any moves, we still have a really good shot no matter how bad our team is. Because, I don't even think I need to talk about Seattle, but, it is what it is. They traded Russell Wilson. They got a couple weapons in return. Shelby Harris will be a good defensive lineman for them. Noah Fant will be a good tight end for them now that Gerald Everett went to the Chargers. But, they got Drew Lock. And unless they trade for Baker Mayfield or something like that, then we're gonna be playing against Drew Lock twice a year this upcoming season. And even though we're allergic to sweeping the Seahawks and they're allergic to sweeping us, I just don't see Drew Lock beating us. It's not going to happen. So I think we will sweep the Seahawks finally for the first time in before Russell Wilson, I think. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but we'll see how that rivalry goes. The Niners, they lost a few defensive players, but at the same time, they made a couple moves. They got Charvarius Ward, and that's one of the only valuable moves that our division has made so far in this offseason. Kyler, he's shown his struggles against the Niners. They've shown their struggles against us. But, the Niners and Cardinals, that one's a bit questionable for me. I do think that we're going to be fighting with them for the division title. I do feel like the Niners and Cardinals it's going to come down to the wire between those two on who's going to win the division. I don't see the Rams winning it again. In this division, there's barely a team that wins back-to-back divisions in the NFC West. It's just how it is. The Rams, they lost Sebastian Joseph Day. Andrew Whitworth retired. Now, the good part about that for them is that it saved them some money, and they were able to get Allen Robinson, which that's the only good move besides the Charvarius Ward trade that this division has kind of made so far. For the Cardinals, we've re-signed a lot of key players, which is good. We needed James Conner. I still think, Max Williams and Zach Ertz, that tight end duo, is going to be quite the underrated threat. We have a lot of our guys back, but at the same time, we focused on that too much instead of bringing in new guys that could have helped us out, like Stephon Gilmore. Even though he's not signed with the team yet, I heard the Bengals are going to try to pursue for him. I heard the Niners are still interested in him. As much as I don't think Stephon Gilmore is going to the Niners, despite, that would help them out a lot. But especially because Jason Verrett is hurt a lot, Stephon Gilmore could help him out a lot. I don't think that they're going to be getting him, though. I don't think he wants to go to Seattle. The Seahawks, they lost DJ Reed. They don't really have another guy in his replacement. So, Seattle doesn't really have a DB, besides Quandre Diggs, and they still have Jamal Adams, and that's their secondary right there. But as far as for us, we do need a backup running back because we don't want James Conner, running constantly over and over again. We lost Chase Edmonds. He went to Miami. I think we're going to be drafting a running back somewhere in the if we have a third-round pick or a fourth-round pick, I think we'll get a running back in there. I I still think with the 23rd pick, we're going to get a defensive guy. I don't see us going offense. We do need to improve our run defense. We still need to improve our DB core a bit, pair somebody up with Byron Murphy. And now we kind of need an edge rusher now that Chandler Jones is gone. So, I heard Nakobe Dean, he's a pretty good edge rusher. We'll see what happens. If Jordan Davis is still available at 23, you have to pick him. You just have to. The man was really good at the combine, and he was really good for Georgia. And he's very big, too. He's pretty tall. He's pretty big, too. So he would definitely help out our run defense along with J.J. Watt when we get him back. So that would help us out a lot. But, again, if we don't make any moves for the rest of this offseason, I still think we're not as much of in a hellhole as we could have been. Because our division isn't making any moves either anymore. They're falling apart along with us. And on top of the division falling apart, the entire NFC is falling apart. Look at the NFC East. The Cowboys lost a lot of players. Literally, the division winner of the NFC East is going to be a toss-up. I think it'll be the Eagles, to be honest with you. I think the Eagles are going to win that division, but we'll see what happens. Nobody really wins back-to-back in that division either. So we'll see who gets it next year. The NFC South, I know Tom Brady came back. Matt Ryan got traded. The Saints re-signed Jameis Winston on a 2-year deal. The Panthers, I still don't think Sam Darnold's the answer. So unless they try to get Baker Mayfield or, maybe they'll re-sign Cam Newton and draft another quarterback. Who knows? Who knows what will happen with the Panthers? But besides the Buccaneers, it's obvious they're going to win that division. It's just obvious. The NFC North, Devontae Adams left. The Bears, they got Larry Ogunjobi. The Vikings, I heard Zadarius Smith is visiting them today. We'll see how that one goes for that division. And, the Lions, they'll obviously be the Lions. So I don't even need to explain that one. They did get DJ Chark, which surprisingly is more moves than what we made. But, the Lions will still be the Lions. But literally, we still have a chance, despite we don't know what's going on with our quarterback and a couple other guys. We still have a really good chance to win the division. I don't see the Rams winning the division again. They've lost too many defensive guys. They lost their best lineman. So, we'll see how it goes. I still think we have a really good chance. Now, I know we have a tough schedule, but as long as we start off good like we normally do, it doesn't matter how much of a downfall we have. I think we'll still win the division. I think we have a really, really, really good chance to do that. But that's all I wanted to bring up. NFC West, we're all falling apart. The AFC West totally took over our title for the best division in football. There's no doubt about that. But that's about all I wanted to talk about. Just, how terrible the NFC is going to be next year. Sports TRL. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.